All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking about TSLY, a stock that we haven't really touched on too much on our channel in the past little while, but we used to make a ton of videos. TSLY, where has it gone? How has it been doing? TSLY is currently down to $15.31 per share. Now, this comes after the stock split. We're counting an IPO of about $40, which was double the initial IPO of $20, and it has gone from a share price of about $40 all the way down to the current price of $15.30. So what we're going to do in this video is I want to talk to you guys about Tesla, the underlying holding for TSLY, because it has been trending down. It's been in almost a bear market for the past year or so, which I want to touch down on some levels where I see some support and some levels that are key, as we are currently at a key level for Tesla. That's why this video is going to be super important. Now, I'll also discuss my TSLY position, what I'm currently doing with it, what I see for the future of TSLY and Yieldmax, and everything like that. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys do like TSLY or any other high yielding stocks like this, please remember to subscribe. We're up to 4,254 subscribers. We touch on a bunch of high yielding stocks on this channel. Low yielding stocks, we pretty much do it all. But today we're talking about TSLY, so stay tuned in. TSLY, Yieldmax Tesla Option Income Strategy ETF, nothing new here. You guys know what the fund does, I assume. The fund, they do synthetic cover call strategy ETFs, meaning they don't necessarily own the underlying. They don't own any Tesla. They just look to replicate the price movements of Tesla. And with that, it says they do have a 60% dividend yield or so. We could see here that if we go down, their dividends were all kind of adjusted for the stock split that they recently had. And so these are not all true. Some of these dividends you can kind of cut in half, and that's what they were actually paying at the time. So now what I want to talk about here is Tesla's current share price, and then also in relation to TSLY. So TSLY over the past, pretty much for the max history, has been falling. And Tesla over the past year, since TSLY has been released, it's been falling as well. It's gone from a share price of roughly about $300 or so, $281, all the way down to $165. I don't have my calculator out, but that is almost a 50% decline, very close to a 50% decline in that share price. And so when we go to the max history of Tesla, of course, we see that over time, it looks like Tesla does tend to trend upwards. It is kind of in a little bit of a period where it's been up and down. It's gone up to about $380 and been as low as $123. Now, one thing I want to mention is looking at this 5-year calendar. It's crucial for Tesla because look at this. We are on a current downtrend, and kind of a supporting level that we have here is at $164. Well, we're currently at that kind of level there. We're at $165 currently. And the stock has been trending down pretty hard recently. This is kind of off news. I found a great Tesla article kind of showing how people aren't super bullish on their Q1 2024 earnings and how they're likely to miss their earnings. But I will talk about this in a second. I just want to get through the share price quickly. But if we do drop through this $165 level with Tesla, I do think we could potentially see $123. Now, what does this mean for TSLY? TSLY is going to continue to trend down if Tesla, the underlying holding, trends down. And it's going to be your decision whether or not you choose to reinvest into TSLY or if you think it's dead. Now, one thing that I would say, I don't have Warren Buffett up. I've talked about him on this channel a little bit, but be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that I am going to personally reinvest into TSLY, nor do I say that you should, because obviously I don't give financial advice. I'm just kind of giving my opinion. But what I do think is Tesla long term, if you were to buy Tesla at about $123, a little bit of dyslexia there, $123. If you were to buy Tesla at $123, would you be satisfied holding it long term at that price? I think most people would. Judging by the long term price chart, if you were to buy at this marker here, $123 or even $165, I think a lot of people can agree that that'd be a good long term price hold for Tesla, the underlying company. Now, Tesla, obviously, they continue to grow. They continue to push new numbers. So when you see low prices, quote unquote, because I still do think Tesla's at a very high valuation. They're still a $500 billion company. I think they are still a little bit overvalued. I think they still have room to drop potentially. But what does this mean for TSLY? Well, Tesla has been in a bear market, and a bear market is the exact opposite of what you want for this Yieldmax synthetic cover call strategy. You want a bullish market. You want slow appreciation over time, and really we've gotten slow depreciation over time in Tesla, the underlying stock. But when looking at TSLY, if Tesla was to slowly appreciate from markers such as the $165 price point or the price point where it's $123, I think if you were to buy TSLY at $123, it could potentially help to save or recoup your TSLY investment. Because me personally, I'm going to tune you guys in here. I own 70 shares after the stock split, and I'm currently down, you can see 40% on this. Of course, I've been receiving a dividend that fluctuates every single month. The yield on cost here says 37, 38%, something about there. But I do think I have lost more than I have gained when investing in TSLY. And there's two sides to look at it. You can continue to hold your shares, you could take the loss, or you could potentially reinvest at lower levels when Tesla is low, and then hopefully ride it up and collect dividends on the way. Which I do think if Tesla is to hit about $123, I think I would look to potentially buy some more shares of TSLY, just so that I could hopefully capture the upside and the recovery of Tesla, which has pretty much been the opposite of what it has been doing so far. Now that we kind of understand what Tesla's doing in terms of their share price, how they could hit key markers, they could rebound off of this and go back up, or the momentum that they currently have that is downwards could push them through to $123, or potentially even lower, depends how bearish the demand is, and they'll obviously push TSLY lower and could potentially put it down to about $11 or so, or maybe $12, something I think about there. But now we're talking about Tesla stock, because this is the underlying holding. This is what it is. Tesla is a business. Underneath all the stock price charts and everything like that, Tesla is a business, and at the end of the day, their business needs to grow in order for their stock to grow long term. Now, the big reason why Tesla has been falling is because in 2024, a lot of people are thinking that, sure, Tesla's fallen 30%, but it's due to the fact that the EV giant reported worse than expected fourth quarter earnings and revenue in late January, so in January 2023. Now, there's a few things that I do want to say. A lot of people, based on the fact that Tesla's, what does it say here? Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley Tesla bull Adam Jonas recently issued an investor note in which he cut Tesla's 2024 earnings projections by 25%. So you can see here that people are not bullish on the 2024 earnings. They think it's going to be a rough year for Tesla. I'm not sure why this is popping up here, but if they think that Tesla's earnings are going to drop by 25%, they are going to conclude that the stock is going to drop by 25%, or potentially more, depending on how people react. And you can see here, one thing I want to highlight is that a bunch of kind of big funds are cutting Tesla's price targets. So you can see here that Jonas slashed their price target from $320 to $320 from $345. But this continues down. As we look a little further, we can see Wells Fargo downgraded Tesla to underweight, and they have a price target now of $125 for Tesla from $200. So the first Tesla target, they're already below 200, and now they're looking at a target of 125. That is at this key support level, about $123, $125 right here. That is where Wells Fargo has their kind of target buy price, and the list goes down. UBS price target cut to $165, where we are currently at, from $225. And you can see here that I'm not sure if it says yes. So UBS, for example, made kind of an estimate on what Tesla is expected to deliver in Q1. Their delivery forecast looking at 432,000 units from its previous 466,000 unit view. So you could see here that a lot of people are bearish on Tesla. They think Tesla is not going to perform very well in this Q1 2024 earnings, which is actually set to go in this April. So it is going to be coming up very soon, and I will definitely keep you guys posted. I should know the date. That is my bad, but I just wanted to get all this news out to you guys. So there's a lot of bearish pressure around Tesla. The price could potentially go lower, but one main thing is going to be the earnings. That is going to kind of set whether the stock is going to be bullish again or continue this bearish momentum, which will have an effect, of course, on TSLY. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope it kind of gave you guys some value in terms of what I think TSLY could be doing and what I think Tesla, the underlying stock, could be doing. Whether it's going to continue its bearish momentum or it's going to rebound off this $165 level. There's a lot of bearish news around Tesla, so it's something to keep in mind if you're investing in either one of these stocks or ETFs. And that's really all I got for you guys. I just wanted to show you my position, so if you're down in your position, you're not feeling alone. And I want to show you guys what I'll be doing if I have any buys or sells. I haven't bought anything in my portfolio for a very long time. As you can see, everything's been pretty flat recently because I've just been collecting dividends, and I actually have not been reinvesting dividend. That's another thing. So maybe I'll look to reinvest my dividends into TSLY as the price is decently low in the underlying, but we will have to see. So all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do, drop a subscribe, join the page. We're up to 4,254 subscribers. I want to say thank you guys for doing that. Thank you guys for paying attention and sticking with me. And I hope you guys have a great day and this served you well. Take care, guys.